Canada! What a day. If you're a fan of Canadian teams, today was a beautiful day in the neighborhood, everyone. Doesn't matter who you voted for in the election. It does not matter. What matters is two Canadian teams advance. Now, one of them was going to advance anyways to the Toronto Maple Leafs or the Ottawa Senators, but I am on fire in my hockey pool right now. I literally have predicted every single winner so far, and if Winnipeg and Dallas win, I'm telling you right now, I'm literally perfect on all of the things. So I don't know if you know, but you've landed at Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev. Welcome to the channel, everyone. I've been following the Canadian teams this offseason because my Canucks are imploding, and that's what it is. So we're going to be talking about the two games today and the game tomorrow. So Winnipeg versus St. Louis tomorrow, game 6, huge game. And then in St. Louis, by the way. And then we're going to talk about the big wins by Edmonton and Toronto. Let's just quickly go there. By the way, yeah, so I don't even have to say it. I know that I've nailed it down. Toronto wins today in Ottawa 4-2 after getting smoked 4-0. The Toronto Maple Leafs win a series, everyone, 4-2 by beating the Ottawa Senators 4-2, and the Leafs now play the Florida Panthers next. Incredible. Congratulations. Well done. For all you Leaf fans out there that are watching this, congrats, because that doesn't happen very often. And then tonight, after that game, the LA Kings and Edmonton Oilers had a crazy game. 5 goals scored in the first period, and Edmonton wins the series 4-2. The Oilers play the Golden Knights next. Both these teams are the Leafs and the Oilers have tough matchups next. So congratulations to the Leafs and to the Oilers. And because the Oilers just won and it was a great game, I am going to celebrate by drinking a orange pop shop in honor of the Edmonton Oilers tonight. I respect the Oilers. They've been good for most of my life. I've seen them win cups. So there's a lot of things. I think the Oilers dynasty of 5 cups is probably the greatest teams in hockey history. But I'm still hoping the Canucks win their first Stanley Cup. But anyways, cheers to you guys. Congratulations. The first sip is always the best. It's always the best. So congrats. This is huge news. Huge news, right? So thank you for coming out, watching this post-game show. Post-game shows, I should say. You got 2 game 6s that happened. Actually, 4 game 6s tonight. Let's just 4 game 6s. So Colorado forces a game 7. Vegas beats Minnesota 3-2. And then so 3 of the 4 end tonight. They were elimination games. They end tonight. I was surprised to see Colorado win that, but that's in Colorado. They're going to Dallas for game 7, but we know in game 7s, anything can happen. Anything can happen. That's why Edmonton needed to win tonight at their home rink with that crowd. And then same with Toronto. You don't want to go to game 7. Even though you're going home, you don't want to win that one like that. You don't want to go out like that. So, yeah. So congrats to the Oilers and the Toronto Maple Leafs. I know some of you have Oilers and Leafs final. I don't have that, but that's impressive. That's impressive because it could. Maybe they can. All right. Want to do a big question here. I want you to post in the comments which Canadian team will win the Stanley Cup this year? Toronto, Edmonton, or Winnipeg? Those are the 3 remaining Canadian teams that are in that. Which one of these will win the Stanley Cup? Post in the comments, whether you're in the live chat right now or you're watching this later. Who's going to win Lord Stanley's Cup out of these 3. So I'm going to dive into some comments, and you guys want to talk about these games that happened today? You want to talk about the Winnipeg game? Post in the comments as well. I would love to chat with you about it. I would absolutely love to chat with you about it. So let's dive in. Dell is here saying, "Go Leafs, go." Grogu approves of this message. Awesome. LA fails again, and he's hoping the Avs can pull out this one. Yeah, pro tip, the light behind the cup is too bright. I totally understand that. It's kind of to give an effect. So, made it orange in honor of the Oilers as well. So, KQ is here. Good to see you. There's celebration for the Leafs win. Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations, Leafs. Well done. Managed to catch the last 5 minutes of the Oilers-Kings game. Man, you should have saw the first period. That was nuts. So, yeah, first sip of anything, but especially good old pop shop are the best. Yeah, I think any kind of pop, or as the Americans say, soda, is the first one is the best. Absolutely. Line change is going with Toronto-Winnipeg final. Let's go. Dell says he's going to go with the Leafs. Him and Grogu are going with the Leafs. That's good. Line change. By the way, who's going to win the cup? Toronto or Winnipeg, in your opinion? Please let me know in the comments. So, yeah, it's incredible that they made it this far. It's absolutely incredible they made it this far. So it's pretty cool. Now, I know the question is, which Canadian team will win the Stanley Cup this year? My answer is none of them. Because you guys know that I picked not a Canadian team to make it to the finals. I picked Winnipeg to go to round 4, and round 3, that is, and to face against Vegas. Vegas going to win. So I'm predicting that the Vegas Golden Knights are going to beat the Edmonton Oilers, that Winnipeg's going to win this series, and so is Dallas, and they're going to face each other, and it's going to be Winnipeg that wins that one, and that Florida Panthers are going to beat the Toronto Maple Leafs. Look at, I got the Washington Capitals Canes one correct. So far so good for me, everyone. So far so good. We'll see if I'm right or I'm just right now. I'm right now. So line change says I got to go Winnipeg if I had to pick between the two. Yeah, I hear you, man. I mean, they're good. A lot of people have Winnipeg winning the cup. Hopefully they can win their first opening series, because losing to St. Louis is going to tank a lot of hockey pools, because a lot of people picked good old Winnipeg to win it all, right? All right. So tonight's game was really interesting. That Toronto game, and let's just bring it up here while I'm talking about it. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, so Toronto game. Let's go here quick. So Austin Matthews on the power play, that was just snuck it in there. William Nylander, by the way, that William Nylander possible fiasco about the score sheet and the lineup thing, that was wild. He almost didn't play. Ends up scoring 2-0. Brady Tkachuk gets on the board, making it 2-1. And then in the third period, David Perron, who is just a playoff guy, Stanley Cup winner, he tied it up in the third period 2-2. But then Max Pacioretty, man, from Max Domi, the Max boys are lining up. I think that's the fourth line, isn't it? They end up scoring the game winner William Nylander gets the extra one. What an incredible win for them. Shots on goal were 23 apiece. Face-offs were 60-40 in favor of Toronto. Maple Leafs were the only ones that scored in the power play. There was hardly any penalties. There was a lot of hits by Ottawa, 56-43. That's a lot in the game, everyone. Wow. That's like, was that 99? 99 hits in the game. Look at the giveaways that Toronto had, 23-10. Wow. But here we are. They win. Packs are ready. Let's watch the game-winning goal. Okay, everyone? So Max Domi out front to Pacioretty and shoots and scores. They screen the goalie. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote, everyone. That's all she wrote. Okay. I'm going to go into the other game there, but I'm just going to just check out any more comments about that. Yeah, I'm gonna make a prediction here soon. But I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait a bit. I have a feeling. I just want to see who's available. There might be someone who's available that isn't available yet. So yeah, a lot of giveaways. Hey, Calvin, isn't that crazy? So Bobby, good to see you. Welcome to the channel, man. By the way, if you're new, everyone, or you haven't, hit the like button at least. I'm streaming. I'm still streaming content even though our team's out, and I appreciate you being here. Hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe as well. That would be great. Line Change says, what was the deal with that? I missed what that was all about in regards to Nylander. Okay, so they put him on the healthy scratch list and put his brother, I believe his brother, on the roster, and they screwed that up. And if they didn't catch it before the puck dropped, William Nylander wouldn't have been able to play. That's how crazy it is of a mistake. Every giveaway was a chance for right? I think Nylander is the best player, 11.5 million. Of course, not as good as 11.6, right? Oh, man. Yeah, you just had to bring it up, didn't you, Dell? Pedersen been terrible this year. Jack is in the building. How playoffs going? I took some time away from hockey. It's been good, Jack. It's been good games, entertaining. I'm with you. I'm in sports depression, even though I'm still watching. It's dumb, but I do it. Dell's letting him know that the Canucks got eliminated. Dreamer says, no reverse sweep. Heard from someone who lives 5 minutes from their building is always rocking. That's awesome, Dreamer. Good to see you, by the way. Jack says, well, I knew that Canucks versus Vegas was the last game I've seen. No Canucks, no point in watching. I understand. Hey, Uncle RevTrev, talk about birthday for Nylander. I didn't know his birthday. It was my birthday last week. But I did not know that it was Nylander's birthday. That's pretty cool. Yeah, hit the like and subscribe button, peeps. Thanks so much, Tyler. Appreciate it. And also take a moment to hit the subscribe button for the line change as well. He pumps out a ton of content. Okay, let's dive in to the Edmonton game, shall we? So let's just bring it up here. It's just faster. Boom. Here we go. 6-4 final. Crazy 3-2, everyone. 3-2 in the first period. Shots on goal were almost identical as well. 29-27. Byfield opens the scoring real quick. Then Henrique responds. Clark brings it 2-1 LA. And then it goes Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the power play. Ties it up 2-2. Zach Hyman with a 3-2 score. Darnell Nurse, who has been receiving a ton of criticism for his play, scores the 4-2 game, and everyone thinks it's over, but it's not over. Frederick scores his first goal of the playoffs, and that is 5-2. And everyone's like, the game's over. No, Spence scores 5-3, and just with under a minute left, Kopitar scores for 5-4, and then Connor Brown with just a couple seconds left remaining scores the third or the sixth goal, making it 6-4. Face-offs 58-41 or 42, I should say, basically. Edmonton scored on the power play. Hey, listen, both teams that scored on power play today, Toronto and Edmonton, won their games. Just saying. Hits were not as much as the Ottawa and Leafs game, 34-26. Block shots, look at that, 29-18 the Oilers had. They were great against us last year as well. Giveaways are 16-10, takeaways are 1-0. So that is crazy. There's a lot of goals scored in this series, everyone. There's a lot of goals scored. So if we go over to the schedule, okay, we go to the schedule. These games just finished. The Golden Knights won 3-2 and win it. And then the Stars 7-4. Blackwood winning goal and winning. Okay, so Aiden Hill and Mark Stone, Blackwood and Nathan McKinnon. That's pretty cool. I like how they do that. Okay, so tomorrow, only one game on tap. It is Game 6, Jets versus Blues in St. Louis. It's going to be a thriller. It's going to be a great one. Friday night, why not? Saturday, it's going to be Game 7 only because the Kings and Oilers have eliminated. The Oilers eliminated the Kings. So there's just a Game 7 Saturday, everyone. And then we're going to figure out when the next games are coming up. So potentially it's Sunday, Game 7 for them if St. Louis wins. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. All right, I'm going to go back into some more comments here. Whitecaps are in the finals, though. That's good. The crazy thing is that they are a Bruins fan. Oh, so they were cheering. Were they cheering for the Leafs? That's weird. Big win for Abby tonight, too. Yep, that's awesome. The Leafs played the Panthers. Tough matchup for them. Oh, yeah. You got to beat. In order to be the best, you got to beat the best. That's just the mentality you have to have. I think Florida is going to beat them. I really do. I think Florida is destined to win the Stanley Cup this year, but it would be nice to see Toronto go. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a bloodbath, if you ask me. So Jack says, I was at the game against Messi. It was awesome. That's cool. Messi is washed up. Sure he is, but still great. Jack says EP40 was there too. There though, it made me mad. Get the heck in the gym, pal. He's been in the gym. 4 years in a row. Imagine. LA's just got to be frustrated, right? Losing to Edmonton 4 years in a row. What do you do? And this was their best shot. At least it feels that way. Got held pointless in the games against the big dogs, the Vancouver Whitecaps. All right. Dell says LA has to pray for another matchup next year. Jets should sew it up to. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. Basically, whoever's at home wins. So, I wouldn't be surprised. I said it was going to go. I think I said it was going to go 7, didn't I? Let's bring that up again. Where did it go? What did I say there? Can you see that? Because I can't see that. 4-2. Okay, so I'm hoping Winnipeg wins tomorrow, so I got that right. And then I hope Dallas wins because I said that was going to go to 7. I thought the Kings and Oilers were going to go 7 as well, but I was wrong. 6. Okay. Let's see what I did with the other side. 4-3 Toronto. And sorry, I gotta put my face close. I thought the Battle of Ontario and the Battle of Florida was going to go 7. Yeah, I said that the Caps were going to be 6, and the other one was going to be 6. So I was wrong on those ones. Dang it! Oh well, it is what it is. Does round 2 have to wait for round 1 to finish? I don't think NHL does it that way, but we'll see. Whitecaps play like a team. Canucks play like individuals. That's the difference. Martin's here. What's going on, Trevor? Hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Thank you so much. Glad to have you here. Some stranger says 4 games straight, 4 years straight. That is awesome. By the way, my buddy Mike, I just want you to know, okay? You called me tonight and I said, I thought you were calling me to say that I was right and you were wrong. When the Kings were up 2-0, you know this for it to be a fact. You're like, what about the Oilers Kings series? I'm like, yeah, man, like it's been crazy, but the Oilers are going to win. And you laughed at me. And I said, listen, Mike, we've been watching hockey long enough to see a team win the first 2 games and then lose the next 4 straight. I'm telling you right now, the Edmonton Oilers are going to win this series, and you laughed at me on the phone. Well, who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? I told you. I don't know why you doubt me. I don't know why you would laugh, because you think it's just because you're a Flames fan and you think that you had a beat on what was going on. Those Oilers, I'm telling you, I said, I'm not picking against Draisaitl and McDavid against the LA Kings. I'm just telling you that right now. Now, I am predicting that Vegas beats them next round, but to beat in that first round, I can see it. I think Vegas is better than the LA Kings, and they are going to have a harder time. So, will Edmonton actually overcome Vegas? We will find out. Like David W. often comes into my channel and says, to be determined. We'll find out. I'm saying it's going to be Vegas, but we will see. We will see. So, at my work, my new coworker and I, he's a Flames fan. I'm a Canucks fan. We're both cheering for Vegas, just so you guys know. So, well, Oilers won. That sucks. Okay, Brian's Canucks fans were hilarious that way. So, I respect them. I just don't think they're going to win every year like they think they are. They haven't won since what, 1990? We've never won, so what am I going to say, right? Going to be an easy sweep for the Cats. Oh, so the Florida Panthers are going to sweep the Leafs? Wow. Martin says, was semi-depressing watching the playoffs, the brutality this year? What do you mean the brutality this year? Like just that, yeah, I'm not sure. Are you talking about you're just mad because the Canucks didn't make it? Kelly says, told my brother that I'd cheer for Ottawa, so Toronto's wins. So now I'm going to cheer for the Blues, so Jets win tomorrow. Hey, there you go. Reverse psychology, Kelly. I hear it. 5 years now. No, it's only 4 years. It's 4 years now. Let's be honest. Nobody thought LA was going to win. No, dude, Jack, the amount of people that picked LA to win that series was crazy. But I picked Edmonton. So just saying. You guys may have picked them. I mean, did you join my pool? Because if you did, you know that I picked it. I'm going to see if you guys did too. What are Canucks chances? Okay, we're going to talk about Canucks in just a minute. So I'm going to answer a few more of these playoff questions, and then we're going to dive into Canucks talk. How many Oilers fans are going to fight one another after this win? Notice a video of that on Twitter. Yeah, every day there's like Oilers fans who fight each other. It's stupid. So, yeah, I'm predicting the same thing. I hope so, Dell, but I don't care either way. Yeah, right, Jack? Yeah, that was crazy. It's always dumb. Yeah, I'm telling them. I'm telling them. Well, LA Kings have no game breakers. Their entire roster is mid. Well, I mean, they're pretty good. Pretty good, but it's overdue. Yeah, maybe the Oilers, it's their year, and maybe they win it all. And prove me wrong. But okay, this is my problem. This is my problem with the Edmonton Oilers. I don't think they have the goaltending to win a Stanley Cup. End of story. End of story. Now, Ekholm is not there as well. I don't know when he returns. That guy is a difference maker defensively for the Oilers too. So, Ekholm, no goaltending. I don't think they have a shot, but they can prove me wrong. So that Montreal-Washington series had some fire in it. Yep, it did. It did for sure. Yeah, or D. That's what I was talking about. Yep, everybody bet on the Kings. Not me, though. Do you think Isaiah Simmons is going to make an impact? I do. Small, but not a big one. So we're talking about the Packers here, right? So, okay, I think Besser is the right choice for LA. Yeah, that would be good. Martin says, yes, the Canucks didn't make it, but to be honest, the Canucks don't have enough grit and toughness to make it. They would never have survived the brutality of the playoffs with the current team. That's true. Kelly says, I'm thinking Leafs versus Panthers game 7. Okay. I had LA picked in the pool. See, there you go. There you go. You never know what happened in the playoffs. You don't, but apparently I do. Others smoked LA last year, so don't put much stock in the first round. I thought LA was going to win the series 4-2. Well, Dreamer, you were right. Not. You should have said Edmonton 4-2. Okay. Shannon's pumped. The Oilers win. By my sister-in-law, Maria, is excited. I gave her a call. I told her they're going to win. They're going to win. Goaltending seems unnecessary this year. No, come on. To win the cup, it matters. I couldn't bring myself to pick the Oilers after last year, but I had to. I believe I had Vegas beating LA in round 2. Okay, so we're gonna get into some Canucks talk. If you don't want to talk about the Canucks, and which has been a complete gong show, we're a bunch of drama hungry people, drama queens, because the amount of storylines is insane. I'm going to get into that. If you don't want to talk about the Canucks, now's the time to leave the channel. Please hit the like and subscribe if you do. But let's talk about the Canucks after the promo, okay? Post your questions about the Vancouver Canucks in here, and we'll go with their. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be spicy. All right, the big first question about the Vancouver Canucks is Quinn Hughes sticking around? Well, he will be back this season. That's the official answer. Whether he will re-sign a contract still remains to be seen. At this state, I think hope is starting to pass away, or it's to fade, not to pass away. It's starting to fade. I do think the Vancouver Canucks are going to offer him a monster deal to stay, and I'm hoping he does. At this stage, I'm still going with he's staying, because I have this feeling that the Canucks are going to, we're talking May 1st, 2025. By American Thanksgiving, we will know what this team looks like and whether we are going to tank for McKenna or we're going to be in contention, because there's a few things that I do think the Vancouver Canucks are going to be. Actually, speaking of which, now that I'm not talking about them, I'm going to take this out of there. Okay, how's this? Okay, because I'm tired of I don't like the orange being back there. And then we'll plug this bad boy in. Okay, everyone. There's my Kempner Canucks stuff going. Come on. Work. There we go. So, I have a feeling the Vancouver Canucks are going to be competitive again. It all depends on who we get in as a coach. It all depends on what we're going to accomplish in free agency and what kind of trade we pull off, because Rutherford said we're going to be pulling off a trade. So, or at least he's going to try. So, I'm not ruling out that Quinn Hughes doesn't stay yet, but it's looking, my hope factor is starting to fade. My hope factor is starting to fade. So, yeah, it's interesting. Dell, you can't see why he would at this point. Well, money matters. I mean, like, so let's just say, for example, we offer him $14 million, but say the Devils are going to offer him 11 or 10. I mean, that might be a big enough factor right there. I don't know. Dreamer says 650 saying free agents not wanting to play in Van, but I was like, why not? You get to play with the one and only Quinn Hughes. Yeah, well, unless he leaves, unless he leaves, right? So, I'm just turning this. How did I do that? There we go. Woo! Look how bright this thing is, everyone. I think it's 104. Is this? What color is that? It's not green enough. Oh, because it's got to be 120. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Look at this, everyone. Look at that. Bam! That is green. It's Canucks talk here, everyone. Canucks talk. Okay. Oh, I just blasted my eyes with that thing. Whew. That was nasty. Okay. We'll see. We'll see if Quinn sticks around. The Canucks are like that crazy ex. You believe they're going to turn around, and then some more BS happens. Expect disaster. I mean, right now we're in disaster, Jack. So I hear what you're saying. My question, will the Canucks ever be a tough enough team to win in the playoffs? Well, they were last year, so, but win it all? That's tough. Yeah, I'm not sure. We could tank and be in last in the standings to get the third pick, lottery pick. The Canucks way, McKenna, not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed, but we don't even know how to tank properly, Dell. That's the problem. We could have been in the running for Bedard. There were three great players, Leo Carlson and is it Fantilli? Who was the other guy? So we're going to do Bedard draft class 2023. It was Bedard, Leo Carlson, and Adam Fantilli. Those are the three. Then it went Will Smith to there. Yeah, and then David Renbacker. And then, yeah, that was a crazy. Michkov went 7th, everyone, in that draft. Everyone kept saying, don't wait. And that's the draft we got Vilander. So, but you're right. It's not guaranteed. We should resign Suter. I liked him in the center position. I have said all the last 2 years that he plays better at center than at wing. But the Canucks have not offered him a contract yet, Calvin. So not that they have to, but yeah. Let's get you coaching the team. I would be a terrible hockey coach. I think I'd be a good GM, but I would not be a good hockey coach. Not at all. Maybe Coach Rob Willie can do that. Rob Willie can do that for that. Jack, if this ownership fumbles Quinn Hughes, I will never go in another game till Aquilini sells the team. No excuse. I heard rumor today that Aquilini was thinking about selling the team, but I don't think that's true. I just have a couple left. Look, I just finished the one of these already, the A&W root beer. I have just a couple left, so I've saved them till they're special, right? They were good. Someone shiny. That was crazy. Quads and I were talking a bit earlier about looking at getting Lankinen in a trade. Larkin in a trade. I would love that. Using Nylander as a trade chip and some draft picks, maybe a young center, Ratu, or maybe even Lekkerimäki. I love Dylan Larkin. I love that guy. I think he's really good. I think he'd be incredible for us. We need rough, tough players, period. Yes and no. They're hard to find. JT Miller, Brady Tkachuk, Matthew Tkachuk, Tom Wilson. Those are like playoff guys that you want to have on your team. I don't know who else is out there that has that dominating force like those guys do, that they, when they're on the ice. But I don't know who would you suggest, Martin? I'd really like you to know. There are some animals on place. Oh, Sam Bennett's another guy. That's a guy I'm really hoping the Canucks land. That would be awesome. I think he's a playoff guy. So not enough money for Tocchet and Nylander, yet we're raising ticket prices. My question is, where's the money? The answer is, I know the answer to this. They're getting brand new seats that the Canuck fans have been asking for. So that's what we're doing, Jack. That's what we're doing. So it's going to be interesting. That's why the prices are going up. Yeah, Tom Wilson, we just talked about that. Good call. You called it. Canucks can't tank well, so hopefully Western Conference Finals as start. Yeah, right? I know. We just don't know how to tank. That's all if Larkin is willing to accept a trade. He has, I believe, a 22 team no trade. Wow, 22 teams. So he's only got 10 teams that he'd be open to. I don't think the Vancouver Canucks are on that list. Yeah, we had Big Z last year. Yeah. Dak, we have Dak this year. Miller. Yeah. No, I hear you, man. There's nobody that misses JT Miller or Zadorov more than me. Martin, I'm telling you right now, nobody misses them more than I do. So no practice facility either. I know. And it's not coming anytime soon. How's that even possible? This is $1 billion organization. I could get a deal done in a day. Maybe, Jack. Maybe. I mean, if you want to spend all that money, for sure. With cup holders. Yeah, with cup holders. Yeah, with cup holders. That's the new seats. So Jax is cheering for Vegas. So we're in Canucks conversation. Anyone else want to talk about anything Canucks related? Post it in the comments. I'm just going to be answering questions for the next 6 minutes. So apparently, with the practice facility, Canucks simply want to just slap their name on the logo, and they want to be built for them. I know it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Okay, Kelly, Höglander, Nylander, Lekkerimäki in a first round pick for Larkin. I think that's overkill, honestly. But so basically, you're giving them 2 first round picks, 3 first round picks, and Höglander for Larkin. I think that's too much. You still think JT's a playoff guy, hey? Yeah. He plays playoff hockey in preseason, in regular season, and in postseason. That's what I call a guy who plays playoff hockey. How'd that work out for the New York Rangers? Yeah, come on, dude. You're just trolling me right now. You know for a fact that JT Miller is a playoff type player. Those gritty guys who can also score. I like those kind of guys. Put them on my team. That's why I was so disappointed when he got traded, because we traded away a playoff guy. So it is what it is. I don't care about the colors of the seats. I care about the Stanley Cups. That's fine. Well, you're not a season ticket holder either. So season ticket holders care about their seats. So, what's going on with the Richmond Oval? Could that be used? I don't know. I don't know there. Not sure. Yeah, Vancouver land is expensive, extremely expensive. Yeah. Yeah, no. Yep. She's almost won. Yep. Maybe not Höglander in that deal. Whoa, I would have put someone else. I know you're trying to troll me, Green. I love it. Jack, Canucks are going for the cup holders, not the Stanley Cup. Yeah, that's fine. That's fair. It's fair. Richmond Oval is too far away. They want something close to the arena. One good playoffs doesn't make a good playoff guy. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He played good in Tampa Bay, bro. I don't know what you want me to say. You know that. You're just trying to troll. You're trying to troll me. I get it. I remember when the Canucks and Oilers were playing, you thought she was going to be delivering to one of the... Yep. Shannon, that is exactly what I thought. Well, she thought that. She thought she was going to have the baby while watching the game. It was so stressful. So, yeah, and in regards to coach, it is really embarrassing, honestly, as a franchise. When you're a coach, they offer you good money, and I don't know how much, between $4 and $5 million. $5 million is a lot. If he got $5 million, that would have been the top two. Actually, no. Now Lavalette is gone, and Cooper's still there, so he would have been the second highest paid coach if he turned down $5 million a season. He would have turned down being the second highest paid coach in the NHL. That's how much he was like, no thanks. He doesn't like the direction. I saw a rumor the last couple of days that it was Rick Tocchet that was pushing management to trade Pettersson, not this season, but last season, to the Hurricanes. But Aquilini vetoed that deal and said, I do not want to trade. It was for Nashville and Kotkaniemi, and I think a first-round pick. And he said no to the deal. Aquilini said no. That is what the rumor is. I don't know if that's true. That's what Rick Tocchet apparently wanted. He did not want... I know, it was crazy. I read the story too. So let's go, right? So it's nuts to think about that. Tocchet didn't even like Pettersson. Maybe Pettersson is the reason why Tocchet's like, I don't want to be here, because our best forward now is Pettersson, and we're not going to win with him. Maybe he's saying, I don't think Quinn Hughes is going to stay. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. He apparently turned down 5 times 5. $5 million times 5 years. So, yeah. Right now, I would say Manny Maholcha, Kelly, but I think it's going to be a veteran quarterback, veteran coach. And can you tell I've been watching the NFL draft? I'm obsessed with the NFL. I think there's going to be a veteran coach that will come our way. That's what I'm predicting right now. Green, I'm just telling you right now, I was at Game 5. I watched it with my own eyes. Last year was awesome. I love the style of play. He plays playoff hockey, preseason, postseason, regular season. That's the thing. I watched him in my own eyes score the game winner, Game 5 against the Oilers in Vancouver's glorious. So you can keep telling me that he's not a playoff guy, but I watched him, and the way he plays always is playoff hockey. Yeah, Hiller might be available now too. Absolutely. That's a possibility. Angelo says, good morning, and from the Philippines. Good to see you. I said I was going to be done in 6 minutes. I'm going to extend it 5 more minutes. Tyler, John Cooper, honestly, is the guy I'm really hoping we get. I do not think Tampa Bay fires him. I don't think they're going to fire him. If they do, the Vancouver Canucks should hire him on the spot. On the spot. He is phenomenal. But I would think another team would try to snag him up. Maybe LA, maybe the Rangers, maybe Pittsburgh, not sure. Jack, Aqua is just lazy. Man, billionaires get stuff done fast. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's good. Good riddance, couldn't even practice what he preached. race him hard, meet pressure with pressure, but he leaves after one tough year. Brutal. Yeah, it was disappointing that Rick Tocchet left so early. I agree with you. Put Miller out of the picture. Look at the playoffs now. Matthews has 15 points in 6 games. That is 13th of the third, 1/3 of the points EP has his entire. I know, it's tough. I think I'll either be Malhotra or Laviolette, calling it now. I think it's going to be someone different than both those guys. That's what I think. Bring back Crawford? No, thanks. Angel says Peter Laviolette. It might actually be Malhotra. He's bald. The management is bald. It just makes sense. Calvin, that's awesome. I love it. Brady has more points this year than in one series than EP40 did in the entire playoffs last year. Oh, that hurts. It's true. It's true. So you're telling me the owner of the Vancouver Canucks can't afford the Jack Adams coach? They could. They offered it to him. He walked. I think. Vilander was the 11th overall pick. That's right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing there. Yes, he can. You can be a playoff guy and not win a cup. You can be called that. Quads and I talked about a coaching staff of the likes of Malhotra, Burrows, Beachz, if he's willing to coach Sedin's, maybe even Kessler. What is this? Just all the old Canucks guys? That doesn't always work, though. I don't like that idea at all, because Edmonton tried to do it and it failed miserably. I don't think all players are good coaches. What is the Aqua Center and why didn't he make it and not for the team he invested in? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get Laviolette. Miller's a playoff guy. He held back McDavid and Draisaitl. I agree. That's hilarious, Calvin. Yeah, the bald comment's awesome. Jack Adams always goes to the coach who takes a bad team, makes them decent. So many Jack Adams winners gets fired within 2 years of winning the award. Good point. Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily it is a most improved. I get it, but I do still think it's coach of the year. Yeah, turned a team around, had great success. So, all right, everyone, we're calling it a night. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here. Game 6s, 3 of them happened today. 3 wins there. 4 of them happened. One's going to game 7. Maybe tomorrow's will go game 6. Jets versus Blues. We'll see what happens. Everyone. We will see. Hopefully, the Winnipeg Jets take care of business in St. Louis. But who doesn't want to watch a game 7? Everyone does. So, yeah. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate you all. And of course, always go Canucks. Go.